If you've ever been to India or even just seen videos from there, you've probably noticed something really common: people enjoying their meals using their hands. Now, you might just think it's a simple custom, but there is such a deep and fascinating story behind it. So let's dive in and really peel back the layers of history, philosophy, and culture that are all wrapped up in this simple, everyday act. So that's the big question, right? Is this just a habit, something passed down without much thought, or is there something more going on here? Well, spoiler alert, there's so much more to it. We're about to see how this simple action is actually deeply connected to ancient philosophy, a sense of community, and even cultural identity.
To really get this, we've got to go way back in time. See, in ancient India, food wasn't just, fuel to keep you going. It was seen as totally fundamental to your health and your spiritual balance. So how you ate was every bit as important as what you ate.
And think about this for a second. Before you even taste the food, before you smell it, the act of touching it was considered the very first step in connecting with your meal. That sensory engagement was a huge part of the experience, a way of preparing both your body and your mind for what was coming.
Now, this idea comes straight from Ayurveda, that ancient Indian system of medicine. Ayurveda is all about taking a holistic approach to health, finding that perfect balance between mind, body, and spirit. And believe it or not, it had some very specific ideas about the role the hand plays in all of this.
And this is where it gets really cool and incredibly specific. In Ayurvedic thinking, each one of your fingers represents one of the 5 elements of nature. So your thumb is space, the index finger is air, the middle is fire, ring finger is water, and your pinky is earth. The belief was that when you bring all your fingers together to pick up food, you're literally unifying these elements. And this action is supposed to signal your stomach to get ready and release the right digestive enzymes. It's truly an act of mindfulness.
Okay, so this wasn't just a philosophical thing. It was also incredibly practical. And this is where we see the whole practice move from a belief system right into the social fabric of everyday life, becoming this powerful symbol of community and connection.
I mean, just think about it logically. Before everyone had a drawer full of forks and spoons, what was the most direct, efficient tool you had for eating? Your hands, of course. Especially for these big communal meals where everyone was sharing from the same dishes, using your hands was just the most practical way to go.
And over generations, this really practical act took on so much more meaning. It basically became a cultural language. The act of eating with your hands got tied up with intimacy, like a mother feeding her child. It started to signal care, a deep respect for the food you were about to eat, and it connected people to powerful memories, family traditions, and really important rituals.
But then, things got complicated. During the colonial era in India, Western dining customs showed up, bringing forks, knives, and spoons along with them. And this created a real tension, a clash between 2 completely different ways of thinking about food. And you can really see that clash right here. On one side, you have the traditional view, seeing eating with your hands as intimate, sensory, and respectful. But then from the colonial perspective, it was often looked down on, seen as informal, backward, or even uncivilized. Suddenly, using cutlery became a symbol of being modern, a sign of your social status. But here's the thing. Even with all that external pressure, the tradition didn't just vanish. In fact, it kind of became this quiet act of preserving cultural identity. So while forks and knives might have been used in more formal public places, the practice of eating with hands stayed strong in the places that mattered most, in family homes, at temples, and during big community feasts.
So, where does all of that leave us today? Well, the story really comes full circle. For many people now, eating with their hands is a very conscious, personal choice. A choice that's deeply rooted in this long and pretty complex history we've been talking about.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. It's so much more than just getting food from point A to point B. This quote says it all. It's a statement that goes way beyond the physical action.
It is a way of relating to food. It's about a hands-on connection, a cultural memory, and a personal choice that carries centuries of meaning. It's a practice that engages all your senses and links you directly to your heritage and your meal in a way that, let's be honest, a fork just can't.
And all of this brings us to one final thought. This whole story is just a powerful reminder that sometimes the simplest, most everyday things we do can hold the most incredible meaning. It really makes you wonder, beyond just taste and nutrition, what do your own food rituals, your own customs truly mean to you?